SEC Media Days, final day today here in Music City. Plenty of star power from the coaches. Of course, Greg Sankey answering all things name, image, likeness. And, you know, Chad, there's an art to answering a question but not trying to say very much. I feel like our next guest does a very good job at that, and I'm guessing it's almost a game to him. But he's always been great with us. Josh Heupel joins us, Tennessee head coach. Hype, good to see you, man. Hope things are well.
Great to be on with you guys. Was that last statement a dig or a compliment?
No. I've heard stories like,
figure it out.
Hey, no, it's not a dig. I actually I get a kick out of it because I've heard stories about how you would go by in a press conference at previous stops and tell reporters good luck writing anything off of what you were just told there. Is that a goal of yours?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Come on, man. Hey, I don't need any lightning bolts coming out of media days. You know what I mean? But it's been a great day. Had a lot of fun with these guys.
We always enjoy the chats with you as well. How'd you tell your team there wasn't going to be a bowl ban?
Yeah, it's the process is a little bit different than I would have thought of, and I guarantee every American out there. I found out the night before that we were getting the letter the following day. So we're in the middle of summer. We got some staff that's in, but a lot of it was out. I was actually out. Told the staff we're going to have a Zoom tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Told the team that we'd have a team meeting. I didn't know what the decision actually was. We didn't find out until an hour before it went public to the AP. And
that's crazy.
So you're hoping that night that it is really, right? And
they let you sleep on it.
It's not like you get forewarning. They don't give you any forewarning. So all of a sudden we had Zooms with our staff, followed by a Zoom with our team, followed by a Zoom with recruits, to try to get the information out there as fast as we could and tell them that, hey, it's not like we've been sitting on this. We didn't know what was going on either, but here's the information. So, it turned out well. I appreciate our administration. They did a phenomenal job ensuring that our players are going to have an opportunity to go compete for everything. And we've done a great job of navigating some of those penalties, pre-planned that, and have already swallowed a lot of it up already. So excited to move forward and continue to build this program.
It seems like you got a little bit more swagger with you walking around SEC Media Days following an 11-win season this past year. Is this whole process easier coming off of last season?
I would have said I had a lot of swag, last year too as I walked around.
I never said you didn't have any swag last year. I said you have more swag this year. You definitely had swag last year too.
Okay. All right, thanks. There's nothing easy in this game, and nothing that you did the previous year, previous day is going to ensure anything in the now. But I love what we've done in building the culture, the connection that we have as a program, the way we've learned to continue to compete on a consistent basis. Our guys have been awesome since January, late January, when they got back after the Orange Bowl. There were a lot of great moments last year, things that our fans and our players, and to be honest, I will remember for a lifetime. At the same time, there were a lot of goals that we did not accomplish, and this group's got a mission to go accomplish those things. And, I'm excited to embark on this 23 journey with our players, our staff, and to be honest, our fan base too.
Josh Heupel, our guest, Tennessee head coach, here on Hot Mic with Hutton and Withrow across the OutKick network. Coach, there are programs across the country. They're in the big headlines about what's going on in the locker room, who knows, who doesn't. One thing that we always hear is the leadership style that you possess and the leadership qualities that you get out of your players. How do you cultivate the right leadership that you're looking for, especially in this day and age across the college football landscape? And how do you do it in your own way? Because unlike other coaches, and I mean this in a good way, you're not a disciple of another top-tier coach that it comes to mind. You've always kind of gone about this your own path. How did you determine that, and how do you determine who your guys are within the locker room?
Yeah, I think it's really important that you're yourself. If not, your players are going to see right through that. If you want to build trust, you better be exactly who you say you are going to be, and you better be true to what you want to be. And, for us, I think it comes through dialogue. It comes through consistency. from the moment I got there. Never set a ceiling on what we could or couldn't accomplish. Have been about relationships, have been about growing men and growing the player at the same time. They've seen the fruits of their labor. We spend a ton of time on developing leadership, the ability to communicate with your peers. I talk to them consistently that championship and special seasons happen because of there's championship caliber leadership and accountability and connection inside the locker room. It's got to be driven from within. So we're trying to constantly build that throughout every phase of our off season. We bring in people to talk to them. We go through experiences together. We do a ton of team building. We do a lot of things outside of the game that have nothing to do with football, just organically having fun. And, you put all that together and you start building the culture, and then you got to recruit to it too. And I think our staff's done a great job of that. And that's how you build something where there's true connectivity and love for each other inside the building. We got fiercely competitive guys that are high goals, set high goals and are high achievers. At the same time, they can have a lot of fun doing what they do every day. I get to enjoy every minute that they walk in the building. It's a great group.
When you see that unfortunate Northwestern story and Pat Fitzgerald being fired, what's the lesson? What's the takeaway from that? Is that something you talk to your team about when you see a big headline like that?
Absolutely. I think it's important that you talk to them about everything that's going on. It can be issues that, players are having in a different program. Could be an NFL guy. It's lessons learned from a coaching perspective too. And we have a lot of dialogue. We have team rules. You talk about, the connection and how you want to treat people inside of your locker room, inside of your facility. And so you got to model it, you got to talk to it, and then you got to ensure that it's going on inside of your building.
How encouraging was Joe Milton's performance in the Orange Bowl? And was that a launch pad into this offseason as he gets ready to be the starting quarterback?
Well, I think the bowl games in some ways, because, there's opt-outs, guys that aren't playing that are finishing their career. It gives other guys opportunity. In some ways it becomes, when you're playing in that game, a springboard for the following season. So for Joe and for everybody that had those opportunities that maybe on a normal Saturday hadn't had it, it certainly was a springboard. And it's a flash forward to 23 while trying to push your seniors out in the right way, and make sure that they leave with a great experience and a win. But Joe's performance at the end of the year, Orange Bowl, Vandy, his mop-up duty time last year, the way that he performed, the consistency, his accuracy, none of that was surprising to anybody inside of the building. He had continued to grow that way while nobody else was watching. He's been very purposeful. He's matured in who he is, how he competes every single day, his expectations, fundamentals, understanding of offenses, defensive knowledge as well. That, parlayed into him playing the way that he did in the Orange Bowl and his mop-up duty. But it's also why everybody in the building has great confidence. When he got his opportunity, he didn't change who he is and how he did everything. He just continued down that journey and that path that he had set before, and it's a credit to him. In an era where a lot of guys are just looking for the easiest way, how do I go play? He realized that he was in a quarterback room where there were things that he needed to correct and could change to continue to become the player he's capable of. He had coaches in there that were going to help put him in a position to grow fundamentally, that cared about who he was, and he's going to play in an offense that was going to allow him to do the things he wanted to whenever he got his next opportunity.
Did you see the meme that was going around with all the SEC coaches with long hair? And what did you think about your photo if you saw it?
I did not see that.
We'll get that to you.
I'm trying to picture me with long hair. That can't be flattering.
Well, I think it was intended to not be flattering for any coach.
Did you ever rock a mullet growing up in South Dakota?
Man, no mullets at all in my house. So
he doesn't like the mullet question at all there.
Well,
I could never rock them. I could never rock that and make it work. For some guys it works, and not for me. So
I know you're extremely competitive. I'm assuming I know the answer to this. You think more about the Alabama win or the South Carolina loss?
Definitely South Carolina loss.
Have to, yeah.
But I think it's part of being a competitor, and absolutely. But a lot of great moments from last year. Man, a lot of things that we got to continue to improve upon. So we got to keep pushing.
We're eager to watch. Thank you, Coach, for taking the time to join us. Enjoy the car wash there as much as you can, and we'll catch up soon.
I appreciate it. Always great being on with you guys.
Yeah.